Using Bare Minerals for about 3 weeks now, and the reason why I switched is now I'm in my 30s, and before, when I was in my 20s, I just used to use a mineral powder makeup and it used to cover me really well. I don't know if I became more hormonal around 28 years old, but at that point I noticed that the powder makeup was starting to cake up right here around my pores and stuff. So I switched to regular drugstore liquid makeup. When I switched to drugstore liquid makeup, at first it was like, oh, it looks nice, it's okay. But then I noticed after like 1.5 years or 2 years, my skin texture and my overall skin appearance really got pretty bad. I started to get a breakout. Now, it wasn't anything dramatic, but it wasn't something that I was accustomed to because I had literally no acne up until I was like 30. It stopped when I was like 15. So I was really accustomed to having really nice skin, and then coming through this battle of using the drugstore makeup and not looking at anything else, it was just easy. I run into the drugstore, it's right there, I pick it up. It seemed reasonably cheap, but it was like 16, 17 bucks all the same. And then I started hearing about Bare Minerals from like years before, but I never tried it until it recently came to Kirk Freeport. So I get mine at La Perfumerie 2, Kirk Freeport in Georgetown and Cardinal Avenue. And the prices actually seem to be more reasonable than on the Bare Minerals website itself. Now on Bare Minerals website, you do have a larger selection, but they don't ship to the Cayman Islands, so that was the problem that I had. So I decided like, okay, I want to get the Bare Minerals, but I thought it was going to be really expensive. But it turns out this is the BarePro, and the BarePro is a 24-hour wear liquid foundation. It's actually very watery. They say that it is full coverage. I personally feel, for me, it is a full coverage. I don't need anything more than this. But to take care of my little problem acne that I had coming out of here, I also heard about the Bare Minerals Blemish Remedy Foundation, and that's just this one right here. This is the Blemish Remedy Foundation. And my container is like all messed up with makeup. So what I do is I don't apply the liquid foundation to my little acne zone. I use this, but I get as close as possible, and sometimes I'll dab like a quick beauty blender dab over that area just so that this gives me better coverage. So this actually gives me a better coverage when I do it that way. So right now I actually have my face, my eyes primed, and I don't know if I'm going to graduate from this drugstore product, but I use the L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base for my under eye. And this is it's a mousse, and it goes on very good. It leaves under there really soft, and I put it on at least 5 minutes before I put on my concealer. I don't know if that makes a difference, but that's what I do. This is the Bare Mineral concealer, and I really love this product. The concealer I was using before actually burned my under eye, so my under eye is primed with this already, and it's really creamy. It's a very smooth texture. It's very soft, like just putting it there, I can feel like my skin just feels like it loves it. I don't know. So right now I'm just going to, like I said, my eyes are done, my lashes are on. I just got my eyebrows micropigmented, so I don't even have to touch these. They're done. Like, I wake up like this. That's micropigmentation for you. It has changed my life. So I use 2 pumps of my BarePro. As I said, this is a 24-hour wear makeup. I don't think I've actually had it on for 24 hours before, but it does last me straight through the workday. So I use 2 pumps of this. I don't have any foundation on my skin or anything. I don't have any concealer in these areas. I do have, you can see it, just like a few little bumps and a little mole or something on my skin right there. So this, it really does work full coverage for me. So I'm just going to use 2 pumps on my beauty blender, so like that amount. And I like to start applying in the center here. And then I just put a dab here, and I go straight around the outside of my face with what's left on my beauty blender. And I actually go over my concealer parts with my foundation. I don't know if anyone else does it. I don't know if it's recommended, but I like when my foundation color is matching my under eye. I don't know. Maybe that's what you do. I have no idea. This is not a makeup tutorial. I'm talking about my Bare Minerals and how it's changed my life. So yeah, I started getting some really bad skin when I hit my 30s. Now, what I consider really bad skin may not be the same thing that other people consider really bad skin, but I wasn't happy with what I was seeing. My pores actually had started getting really big, and that was what was freaking me out as well. And there was like a variety of things happening with my skin after 30 and 31, which I guess that's what I should have been expecting, right? Perhaps. So after I've gone over my skin with the Bare Minerals BarePro, but this retails in Cayman for $34 US at La Perfumerie too. So after I've gone over, like I said, I don't have to do my eyebrows. That's my eyebrows. Like, I can go over this with alcohol now. I don't have to worry about getting smudged when I have John or the kids come and grab me or something on the weekend. I don't have to worry about my eyebrow coming out on his shirt or anything like that anymore. So all that is really cool. I got them done 2 weeks ago. They were super dark, as you may have seen in some of my previous videos. They were really dark. There was a point where I was panicking when I was looking at them. The chick, she left the room and I was starting to regret it. Like, oh my gosh, can I stop now? I literally was trying to figure out if I could stop. And one brow was done and she was just starting the other one. I was like, is it too early for me to start rubbing these things off? I was in the depths of despair. I'm just gonna put that video right here. It's like 30 seconds, maybe less, but that was me. I was freaking out, and now it's like, I love my eyebrows. I love how much time I save on my eyebrows. So that's it. You dab your So after I've applied my 24-hour wear Bare Minerals BarePro, and like I said, now I don't feel guilty about wearing makeup really long on my face. I normally used to take like a Sunday break, like I refuse to put makeup on Sunday, but now when I use Bare Minerals, I actually feel like I am treating my skin. I actually feel like I'm giving my skin nourishment because it's all mineral makeup. It's really good for your skin. I can see the change in my skin since I've started using it. For the past 3 weeks, I mean, like, it's a dramatic change. And what I did as well, because when you hit your 30s, you'll start noticing like your pores getting bigger right here, like your skin really just changes. And this is what women talk about when you reach your 30s. So I went and I got the Bare Minerals blush. This one's called the Aphrodisiac. That's the name of it. That's like the actual name of it. And it's this pink. It's very light, very natural, because I don't wear super heavy or prominent makeup most of the time, and it comes with this little brush, and I don't know if I apply my blush right or not, but this is how I do it, and I really couldn't care to learn anything else. It works for me. I couldn't care less. I am not a makeup artist. So I use this because it is a mineral blush, and it's actually good for my face, it's good for my skin, and I can put it on there and know that I'm not going to aggravate my pores or make them want to like spit this out or clog. So I feel like I'm doing my cheeks a favor with that one. And like I mentioned, for my problem areas where I have a bit of acne, I'll use the Bare Minerals powder foundation in this area and a little over my nose, a little under here and right here, and on my cheeks just a bit, because this is really good. And that's how it comes. I'm using the charcoal brush because apparently these are more antibacterial, so it's better for people if they're having issues with the breakout. And I'm literally just putting a bit of this in my T-zone and right here, right here. And as you can see, I've already put my blush on, but I don't mind going over with this. This one is very light. You can actually, I think they even have this translucent, you can use it as a dusting powder. I also have the Bare Minerals finishing powder, but it's the shimmer one. So I really wouldn't put that on right now unless I'm going to just highlight a few areas of my forehead or something. So I really, really recommend these two products to anyone that's having issues with their skin, especially if you're in your 30s. Everything aggravates your skin: stress, depression, the environment, wind, air conditioning, too much sun, just everything aggravates our skin. So you can also get the primer that has like an SPF 50 or something in it, but I got this one. This is a matte primer. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see it since it's a mess right now, but this is the Blemish Mineral Mattifying Gel Primer. So I use this little one just under my eyes because it's more creamy. This actually has a more tacky feel when it's on your skin, but it's actually made to go along with this. So wearing this before this really helps this to bond to your skin, and it will give you, although it's just a light powder foundation, if you're just going to the beach or something on the weekend, or you're not really going out and you don't need like a heavy makeup appearance or anything, this really covers beautifully. If you so I used this before, and I actually put this because, like I said, this has, I think it's about 2%, maybe 1% salicylic acid. So as a primer, if you have a situation where you're battling acne, or you're just like me, you see 1 pimple, 2 pimples, 3 pimples, and to you it's the end of the world, it's puberty all over again, you've broken out completely, you want to hide yourself. Yeah. So I use this, and this really tames my breakouts, like seriously. And it also really leaves a nice finish to my makeup, although I'm scratching 40. So this one here, and this I don't use much because, like I said, it has a shimmer to it, but this is a super light finishing powder, literally. It's pigmented. And it's really pretty. You can actually use it as a highlighter. I don't have a fan brush because I'm really just getting into this stuff. So you can actually use this as a highlighter if you know where to put highlighter. Me, I just kind of put it wherever. I really, you know. Maybe I need like a YouTube makeup guru to come and help me out, because I can really do some goofy stuff. Like my kids will be like, "Mom, are you sure that's where you're supposed to put it?" But yeah, anyway. So yeah, I don't use this really as a finishing powder. I almost use my Blemish Remedy as a finish powder. I'm not sure if that's something you can do either. But overall, the Bare Minerals collection, it's really done absolute magic for my skin. This is the only ones that I actually have. And pretty much this is my entire makeup collection. So like I said, your primer, your concealer. I don't use that primer under my eyes because it's for acne. Concealer, the BarePro foundation. My color is Teak, number 22. And like I said, La Perfumerie 2, Georgetown, Cardinal Avenue, duty-free prices, less than the website. And if you get a few things, you might get a free gift. You never can tell. Depends. And when I say a few things, you get the collection. This is my blush color, the Aphrodisiac. And I finish up with Blemish Remedy. Sorry, I finish up with Blemish Remedy, and I use the charcoal brush to, they say that these are like antibacterial. And I use the Beauty Blender, mine's so new changing. How I got chunks of it, I kind of think it was my 2-year-old. But I wash it every time I use it, before I use it. I'm not going to wash it now. So that's pretty much my entire makeup routine. That's what I do, and it really takes care of my skin and